Gazprom isn't the only Russian entity making money. So is Wagner, the private military company once led by Prigozhin. In June, Prigozhin revolted against Putin. In August, he was dead. It raised a lot of questions about Wagner's future. But 3 months on, Wagner seems to be thriving, especially in Africa. A new report is out. It says Wagner earned $2.5 billion from trade in African gold. This is since the war broke out in 2022. So if you calculate, that's around $114 million every month. That's a lot of money. Money that is believed to be filling up Russia's war chest. So is Putin profiting from African gold? Our next report tells you.
Температура плюс 50. Все как мы любим.
That was Yevgeny Prigozhin, the former Wagner chief, a man who revolted against Putin and then died in a plane crash under suspicious circumstances. This is his last video clip before his death. It was from Africa. Prigozhin can be seen with a rifle, dressed in military overalls, calling for justice for African nations. The Wagner Group is a private military company. It's present in many continents, but in Africa its foothold is unmatched. Wagner is present in several countries, mainly Central African Republic, Mali, Sudan and Libya. Its presence here is built on two things: blood and gold. African nations give Wagner security contracts. Wagner, on the other hand, keep their regimes in power. They provide security, military training and protect natural resources, all for money and more resources. Now a report has shed light on its operations. It's called the Blood Gold Report. It says that Wagner and Russia earned around $2.5 billion from trade in African gold since the war broke out in Ukraine in 2022. Which means every month since the war, it has provided revenue worth $114 million. This includes money from the control of gold mines, payment in gold, and gold smuggling as well. It starts with the Central African Republic. Here, Wagner controls the Decima gold mine. It's the largest gold mine in the country. It produces $290 million worth of gold every year. A company linked to Wagner was given the exclusive rights of this mine. In return, Wagner helps CAR's regime stay in power. Then there's Sudan. Wagner here controls the unprocessed gold market. This is through an unnamed refinery. So a Russian company controls this refinery. This allows Wagner to become the biggest buyer of unprocessed Sudanese gold. In 2021, as much as 32.7 tons of Sudanese gold went missing. It was worth around $2 billion. Reports suggest it was flown to Russia. Accounts suggest military planes shipped processed gold out of the country. In Mali, the Wagner have it easier. They don't need to convert gold into cash. Mali has international mining companies, so there is already cash. Thus, the Wagner has a cash for security deal with a junta, earning something around $10.8 million monthly. And all of these exchanges are murky. Russia and Wagner are both sanctioned, so they have to bypass them. Like in Mali, Wagner is not directly linked to the gold production. So what did Wagner do with this gold? Reports suggest it was laundered into international markets. That way, it provided billions in revenue for Russia. We don't know how the money was used, but many suggest it could be directly or indirectly financing Russia's war in Ukraine. So while the death of Prigozhin did cast a shadow on Wagner's future, just 3 months later, the Wagner Group is thriving, and Putin's war chest just keeps growing, all thanks to their presence in Africa.